Well, hey everyone, it's me, Eric Kimball, and we have excitement in the air moving our way. My wife has informed me that big storms are going to be rolling through in another hour or two, and by big storms, the weather people are saying 60-mile-an-hour winds and hail. And I've got these mini beds planted to young plants. And years ago, my parents, they lived 3 miles away from here, and a hail storm came through, and they had plantings like this, and it just totally wiped them out. The hail just totally destroyed every living thing in their garden. So with that in mind, I'm protecting my plants here in anticipation of the worst. And I'm going to leave the tomato cages. This will be a good test for them with the garbage bag cloche to see how they stand up should we actually get this storm. And to protect these beds with the broccoli and the kale and the peppers, I am using my solar pyramids. I pulled them out of storage. I have not used the solar pyramids much in recent years. They're awesome cloches for getting things started. But I've been experimenting with the mini bed system, and I've been focusing on less expensive cloches, like garbage bag cloches. And the mini bed gardening is expensive enough, at least in the initial investment, for the infrastructure of the plastic and the beds. And I didn't want to focus on even more expensive accessories. So that's the story on that. But with this storm coming, I have pulled out my solar pyramids and I am setting them up because I'm pretty sure they will take 60-mile-an-hour winds, horizontal winds and hail, and protect the plants inside. Now, if you have my Planet Whiz-Bang idea book for gardeners, you know that I talk all about the solar pyramids. I tell how to make them, I tell how I came up with the idea, and how amazing that they are. And what I'm going to do here now as I'm getting these beds protected is just show you the solar pyramids and maybe explain a little bit more about them. So here you can see these beautiful broccoli plants doing so well, and I want them to continue to do well. So I've got the solar pyramid stakes. There's 4 of them. They're held together up here with, let me just see if we're in focus, with a tire inner tube, bicycle tire inner tube. And after a couple of years, the rubber will kind of degrade. So on this one, I cut a piece off. I keep a bicycle tire inner tube in my garden shed, and I actually could find it. So you just splay these out like so, these legs, and this is all in my book. And by the way, this idea of the solar pyramid was something I came up with years before the mini beds, but they work perfectly with the 30-inch by 30-inch mini beds. So that's how we put the framework in. And here I have a cover. This is Bob's Greenhouse plastic. This is incredibly durable stuff. It's UV resistant. I've had these for many years. There's no degradation, no breakdown. And I have a pattern. I'll tell you how to make the pattern for this. And the best way to join it is to sew it. And my wife, she got her sewing machine out and she sewed these up for me. And that has held very well. So the putting this on, especially with the mini beds, is a piece of cake. Just get it down like so, and then we'll lift the mini bed frame and tuck her down in. Will it take 60-mile-per-hour winds? I really do think so. Let me and maybe we'll find out before the afternoon is out. Okay. All right. There we go. One done. That was quick. I'm glad I've got these. Even though I don't use them that much anymore, they are perfect for this. All right, here's the weather bug, and it's showing orange coming my way. Orange is bad. Coming right out of the west. I would like to see some wind cruise up to my garden here and pummel those cloches. We'll see how they do. They're forecasting possible tornadoes. We don't want a tornado. Oh yeah, here she comes. Imagine my birds, my garden birds over there are in their house, snug, riding us out. This is just a basic storm so far. We're not having anything too extreme yet. Well, the rye's whipping around out there, the rye mini beds. Okay, well, it really wasn't all that bad. We can take a look here. We got some rain, which we needed, and that's good. And the garbage bag cloches got a little beat up, but it really wasn't that bad. My garden is somewhat sheltered. There's a power line down, the local Facebook group said, and my wife is watching our grandson a couple miles away. She said it really was quite bad, but it wasn't bad here, and so we didn't get a chance to really test the wind resistance of these cloches, but better safe than sorry, right? It's good to have some moisture come down. It has been quite dry. You can see it pools. A lot of people ask about the water, that, you know, does it pool up on the plastic? And the answer is yeah, in places it does, but then the sun comes out and it dries up the pools. Or if you want to dry them up quicker, you just get a broom and you sweep the water out. I have a very slight slope here. If this ground was perfectly flat, it would be a different story, but I have a nice slope to my garden, and I recommend that if you make a mini bed garden, you lay down a big piece of plastic like this, that you have a little bit of slope. Most land has some slope to it, and so yeah, that's what you want. All right. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.